Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some Banished, and yeah, I'm still having a lot of fun with this little game. In fact, I just took a look at my stats on Steam, and I've already been playing 88 hours of Banished on a game that I bought for like 10 euros or something like that. That's awesome value. It's really a fun game where you can try and find new ways of creating a town or a city here. And this is the new town that I've gone with. It's the 12 by 13 pattern. So all of these almost squares are 12 deep and 13 on the side here. And the reason for that is I wanted something better than a 12 by 12 for the housing. And one of the things I constantly bump into is storage space. So what I decided to do is go for 6 houses with a storage barn in the middle here, and then there's just a little bit of extra room where usually they'll end up with some wood or firewood, so that's pretty good actually. If they want to get supplies into these houses, well, it's just right around the corner, and I'm hoping that this does cut down on their traveling time. So far it's been working quite well, and yeah, I've been able to expand this little town quite a little bit. If you can clearly see still, this is where I started, obviously, with this barn and this stockpile. So the very first thing before anything else is I did put up these 2 farms here because they bring in a lot of food for just one person working. If I take a look at the yields here, 872 and 839. That's really pretty good for just one laborer that's assigned to become a farmer. After that, I went straight for these stone houses. I don't bother with the wooden ones. This feels a lot more efficient. And then yeah, obviously a woodcutter. After that, went for some steady supply of wood here, together with the herbalist, gatherer's hut, and a hunting cabin. And then you've got a good basic setup here. And then I expanded the farms a little bit, got some more housing going, and after that it was just, yeah, start getting some fruit, some orchards here as well. And then I expanded over here to the left so that I could get this trading post going. Once that was done, I have like a 20 by 20 2 of these pastures so that I can actually split these flocks into smaller ones, and can start filling in this stuff as well. This, you know, 36 wool every season, some extra food here as well. Pretty good. It's keeping my tailor busy over here. Then obviously, you know, you need some production for stone, iron, and coal. I actually need 2 workers in this one so that I can keep making steel tools here. So that's pretty interesting. Second setup for extra wood, and I like to keep my people healthy, so another herbalist here. And then I started expanding down here with some more farms, orchards. That's just depending on what I can trade. You know, if I can trade a new type of fruit, I build an extra orchard. If I feel like I need some extra food, although I'm doing pretty well now, just build an extra field, get some more houses going so that I still have some laborers left when people start to die. And here we go, another row of housing is done. Unfortunately, there's a hill right here, so that does mean I won't be able to do the full pattern there, but still think I'll be able to work it out, and then I can start going down and continue the pattern down here. So there's still a lot of room for me to grow this town. Over here, a third forester's lodge with a herbalist for the supply of wood, and then I go over the bridge here where I grab some more resources, and yeah, where I can expand or maybe add also another 20 by 20 for cows. I think that could be good to get enough leather so that I can make some extra tailors and start making some warm coats, because I finally have a little bit of reserve. That's really been the toughest nail to crack, and get that supply of coats going so that my people can actually yeah, stay somewhat warm. And I'm still on like wool and leather coat, so it's still not optimal, but I'm going to improve on that once I get the cow business going over here. And in fact, let's also yeah, grab the rest of the resources that are on this side of the island at least. Just tell them to grab all of this. That's looking pretty good. And yeah, as I said, over here, look at that, still a lot of room for expansion for my city. I can, if I need it, you know, I can obviously put something like a forester's lodge here or something. And then over here on this part of the island, there's also plenty of room for me. This is nice and flat. Look at that. It's got a lot of potential here as well for me to build extra stuff. Once I get a few more citizens, I'll get my first fishery going. It's something a lot of people, I think from the tutorial, do early on, but it's just not as efficient as just getting a couple of crop fields that are at least a 10 by 10, but these are 12 by 13, and they have some pretty good yields. And so yeah, this is a very strong foundation, and I like how it's a very clear pattern here of a 12 by 13 that I can fill in here. This is pretty good, you know. You've got a tavern, a tailor, a schoolhouse, a woodcutter, and then a little bit of room for extra stuff. Over here I'll build a hospital in a little bit, and over here I get room, maybe a big cemetery, or maybe some of those bigger buildings as well once I get more stone. But yeah, very, very nice and strong foundation. I've always been trying to get the 12 by 12 working, but having to do like an industrial tile with a storage barn makes it very hard because of the second row of roads that these tend to have to just to get, I don't know, like a good fit for these, you know. Right here, 2 woodcutters, a tailor, and a blacksmith, with again a little bit of storage space, perfectly filled. I feel that this is pretty damn efficient and looking quite good. So over here, obviously I'm going to add another storage barn, but I can't put it up here, so I'll just have it right by the street, and then add a couple more houses. Over here, can I build? Yeah, I can actually fill this up with 3 more houses, so that's good. That's going to up my population. Probably start to get close to 100 adults here, and then yeah, I can expand some of my working businesses as well. Over here, plenty of room, at least 1, 2, 3 farms, or maybe even another pasture for some sheep or some chicken, and it's looking quite good. If you want to see some more of these yields, you know, 12 by 13 on the pumpkins, it's not always that great, but sometimes you get something like 800 out of a single worker. That's pretty good, you know. I think you need like 100 food for 1 person for a year, so this 1 field feeds 8 people for just 1 worker as well. The fruits don't do that bad either. 742 here, 909 for the peaches, 907 for the apples, and yeah, this one is only going to start its chestnut production for the first time. 738 for pears, you know, not bad for a single worker either. And the chickens, I think they do pretty good too, although it's not that great. 400, 1 worker, something like that in food. Not bad, it definitely adds to the variety. But yeah, the orchards and the crop fields, they do quite well. They help you build up a nice reserve and get other people to yeah, be able to do other jobs. So over here, this one at least is working out quite okay. You know, I get 11 of them going. I already split it once to fill this pasture as well. Once I reached more than 10 animals. It's just the cows, man. They've been stuck at 2 individuals for quite a bit. If the trader comes by, sells me more cows, I think I'll invest that. And my main trading item is firewood, and then some of the foods that I have plenty of. So that yeah, it's been going quite well. I'm very happy with this little town. I feel it's a lot easier for me to expand even up here. As you can see, I can just continue the pattern up here, avoid this wood production, and look at that over here. I get a lot of room for expansion again. So yeah, I think this little town's got a lot of potential. I definitely like this pattern for the living quarters here. 6 houses, a storage barn, and then a little bit of room for stuff like firewood. The storage barns, they don't get filled up that quickly, but anything that once you get some food growing right around them, look at that, filling up quite nicely. And then obviously I've got a market going here as well, nice and full of everything that could be needed. So awesome, looks pretty damn stable, and it's going quite well. And as I've said, I'm having a lot of fun still with Banished. I'll probably clock in 100 hours pretty easily when I managed to get this city pretty much to its full potential. And I have not even done anything on a large map, so I can definitely lose myself quite nicely in this game, and I'm very proud of this little town. I feel it's working out quite well. Anyways, that's it for this quick video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.